Today we gather in a moment of sadness, shock, and disbelief. A young man who dedicated his entire adult life to shaping political thought and influencing a new generation of Americans is no longer with us. Charlie Kirk, a voice that echoed across campuses, podcasts, and stages across America, was silenced far too soon. Charlie was born in 1993 in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. From a young age, he showed a passion for leadership and a drive to challenge the status quo. At just 18 years old, while most were preparing for college, Charlie took a different path. He founded Turning Point USA, a movement that would soon grow into one of the most influential conservative youth organizations in America. His goal was clear: to inspire students, to challenge liberal ideas on campuses, and to bring a new energy to conservative politics. Through Turning Point USA, Charlie became a household name. He launched initiatives like Turning Point Action, Turning Point Faith, and Turning Point Academy, all aimed at spreading his vision of America's future. His fiery speeches, his trademark prove me wrong debates on campuses, and his confrontational style made him both admired and criticized. But regardless of where you stood politically, there was no denying that Charlie Kirk had an impact. Charlie's voice wasn't just heard in lecture halls and campus rallies. He became a best-selling author, a nationally recognized commentator, and the host of The Charlie Kirk Show, where millions tuned in daily to hear his perspective. With a powerful online presence, he spoke directly to young conservatives, encouraging them to step into politics and fight for their beliefs. He was also a close ally of former President Donald Trump, often seen alongside him and working to mobilize the youth vote in historic numbers. But beyond politics, Charlie was a son, a friend, and a man of faith. He often spoke about Christianity and the importance of family values. Those who knew him personally described him as passionate, loyal, and relentless in his mission. And yet, on September 10th, 2025, that mission was tragically cut short. Charlie Kirk was in Orem, Utah, appearing at Utah Valley University as part of his American Comeback Tour. The event was designed to be one of his signature Prove Me Wrong sessions, where he engaged students in live debates under a tent on campus. But what was supposed to be another fiery exchange of ideas turned into a nightmare. Eyewitnesses recall the horrifying moment. A single shot rang out. The bullet struck Charlie in the neck, some reports saying it was near the side of his head. Chaos erupted as students screamed, security rushed in, and Charlie collapsed to the ground. He was immediately rushed to the hospital, but the wounds were devastating. Only hours later, the heartbreaking news was confirmed. Charlie Kirk had passed away at just 31 years old. Authorities later revealed that the shot was fired from a nearby building. Investigations by the FBI and ATF are ongoing. A suspect was initially detained but later released, leaving many questions unanswered. What is clear is that America has lost a voice, and a family has lost a son. The reaction to his death has been immense. Former President Donald Trump, his political ally and personal friend, wrote on Truth Social, "Charlie was legendary. He loved our country, he loved our young people, and he gave his life to the movement. America will never forget him." From both sides of the political spectrum, leaders expressed their grief and condemned the violence. Senators, governors, and even those who disagreed with him politically described his killing as a dangerous escalation of political hatred in America. Flags across several states were ordered to be flown at half staff. To his family, his parents, his wife, his friends, we extend our deepest condolences. No parent should have to bury their child. No wife should have to lose her husband so young. And no movement should lose its leader in such a cruel and senseless way. Charlie's story is not just about politics, it's about courage, determination, and the pursuit of a dream. At an age when most people are still finding their way, Charlie built something bigger than himself. He mobilized millions. He left a mark on American political history. And though we may never again hear his fiery speeches or his passionate debates, his legacy will live on in the voices of those he inspired. As we close this reflection, let us remember Charlie not just for his politics, but for his humanity. Let us remember the passion in his voice, the energy he brought to every room, and the conviction with which he lived his life. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Your light may have been extinguished, but your impact will shine for generations to come. To the family, the friends, and the followers mourning tonight, we stand with you. May comfort find you in this dark hour. May justice prevail. And may America learn from this tragedy that no matter how deeply we disagree, violence can never be the answer. This has been a heavy and sorrowful story, one that will be remembered in American history. Thank you for watching, and may we all keep Charlie Kirk's loved ones in our prayers.